keep their way on top, living up in the clouds. As it's going to be a T side start for Team Spirit, and a bit of an early lean for one. The bomb hedging its way towards A. Plenty of utility to work with here for the CTs, but just a smoke, a flash on the back of Chopper for Team Spirit.
There finally goes that first contact. Smoke actually going out over towards Connector. And yeah, Team Spirit just have this all great counter flash. Actually, out goes the wide swing out from Ticket, just off of that flash from mid, but that's really all it is. Akuma. That was their setup. They were aiming a bit more for a mid take and a B take, but instead, some Die Young over towards the mid side with 3 players potentially to aim onto. He could have some fun.
Well, spots out DemQ, sees 2 more. The information here is about how many does he get? 1, not going to get the second. They elude him. As Psycho finds his teammate, still Mir, tucked in on the corner. They have to get rid of SCY. You're right, his position is so big because the bomb platform, he could find a late wrap and take care of it in the post plant, but there's so many other players you have to deal with first, and Magisk, he's a big one, takes care of 3. Mir to close things out, and I mean, simple as that, Team Spirit will take the pistol.
Magix. He's a kid that has been going absolutely massive in the last few months, right? I mean, him, as of recent, it's been more or less his individual map stats. And I think at least for Team Spirit, we have seen a lot of games that I don't think they should have been taking if it weren't for this guy, Magix. He could be the X factor going forward as long as Team Spirit don't have to depend on it. I would like to see most of their players fragging. Going forward though, Akuma are sticking up mostly USPs. It is 100% USPs, not a single buy going forward. So this is actually quite interesting to see how Team Spirit actually do want to take most of their rifle rounds. It is just a decent idea to go down mid off of that default. But in they finally go over towards B, but the USPs are working just a little bit. They're able to get some decent damage, but not exactly the kills that we're looking for. Magic's still alive at just about 38 HP. Jackie is just watching the cross. And there's actually another player lit 13. Or for 13 more damage. Mir, he was the one that was down, but he ends up getting the big kill onto Jake. He's just still alive. And
yeah.
Team Spirit going forward 2-0. Let's look at the buy here for Akuma.
I don't know if that was intentional from Jackie, but he just, or excuse me, not from Jackie, but from a Team Spirit, they just absolutely threw the bomb into his face and then just swung forward and Ferrari peeked the poor guy in window. Bit of the disrespect early on from Team Spirit, but they take that one cleanly. Just farming things up nice and early, but like you said, it was a full save, so the buy will be respectable. Everyone switching on over to the A1S. I like to see it. New changes make it worth, and the lesser cost, that's pretty nice as well, but the spam, that's not going to find anything early on. As Psycho and Jackie working in tandem to take control up towards the ramp as DemQ be flashed off the line as Chopper up towards the palace. It looks like this is just going to be a full pinch towards A.
They're going to start with a bit of jungle control. Out goes finally the util. More importantly, Jackie, what can he pull off behind the smoke? They're just gonna try to rush on, but they're spraying through before they even do so, and they still get the kill onto him. Some Die Young with a call, and Magic's over in mid. Waltzing his way up, gonna be able to take down one. Psycho, the only representative for Akuma here on this site. Out goes a deeper molly, but that's back over towards default. Psycho. Again, he just hasn't been, spotted. He hasn't been swung out either. 2 kills back for Psycho. Can he make it a third? No, he can't, but the damage has been done. Magic's down to 8 HP. Sergey's now in a 1v3.
Sergey's, that's the first. That's a free one, and he knows that Magic's is low, and nade. Oh, the nade could finish, and it should. Magic's down. Now it's a 1 versus 1.
Oh my!
Off. Can he push this one on through? He'll just have to disrespect it. It's playing around the fringe. The drop of the smoke is just enough for Zergus to go down and for Team Spirit to squeak out the round by a hair's edge.
But this is where we can really start to see things snowball. Akuma. No wins whatsoever out of the first 3, and I don't think we're going to have to expect any sort of eco-heroics, hopefully. At least in comparison to the other games that we've casted. It is Team Spirit that have had their rifles already since that second round, and they can just continue to stomp their way forward. Akuma, mostly a stack over towards A. I am liking the fact that Team Spirit, though, although of course it is pistols up on the other side, it doesn't really seem that they're changing their approach all too much. Working at that mid side, nobody from Akuma can play long range. This is just a safe takeover towards B.
And it's gonna be nice and easy here as Chopper, he'll farm up the first little eco frag. CT's on a full rotation. The bomb will be able to come down. It's just a matter of dishing out the damage. I like the Team Spirits being nice and thorough, right? Even though they know they're the better team, even though they know that they have the superior weapons, they're not getting disrespectful. They're not making the mistakes. Maybe in a couple of those rounds in that previous game, we saw hubris get the better some of these overdogs, but it doesn't look like it'll be happening here. It's not yet, as SDY spots out Jackie, and well, Dexter from range will close out that frag.
And realistically, just looking at economic damage, any of it, because Team Spirit, again, they have dipped in so much cash early on in this app, and that is just straight up honestly something that we haven't seen. Not too many teams buy up full rifles directly off of that second round to just try to guarantee themselves a big win. Strategy does work for a quick second, but Sensei does end up getting that kill back over towards ladder. He ends up getting up that free rifle, so that's at least something back for Akuma. Their economy is not going to get affected too much just off of that. The op is a little bit easier to buy, I'll give them that. With a timeout for Akuma, they need to change a whole lot more than that. Because now Team Spirit, they can just continue to roll forward as they usually do in Mirage.
That's exactly what they're looking to get done. We now have the ops in play, and we have that duel set up between Dexter and Sensei. Thus far, the mid control has been relatively easy for Team Spirit. They've just been taking it practically free to put that smoke out towards the window and pinch on in. Akuma, I really want to see them contest it, maybe go for a fast cat for Sensei, or just try and find a window peek past the smoke, see if you can get something done, because you need to open this one nice and quickly, and taking down Dexter, that would be a good way to do so. We'll have to see where they go with it. Is his spawn good for it? Not quite. Still going to attempt to push his way out towards the window. Here's the opportunity.
Smoke actually doesn't land! The smoke misses out and Sensei's able to get the kill onto Dexter! Oh no! Bit of a disaster, but still, that op is still over in top mid, but look at the rush. 3 players from Akuma trying to go in mid, and indeed they succeed. It's Psycho getting the first kill. Everyone else from Team Spirit looking for a detour back over towards B, but Akuma already have 2 players here watching up the crossfire. Chopper still gonna be able to get one. Perched up from still inside of apartment. Sensei has the drop, but he's not able to nail the shot. 3 players from Akuma have the crossfire, but Mir's able to get another kill. Some die young on the front side. 2 players over in market. Okay, Akuma, everything is broken down for them, but Psycho, look at this play, going so deep into sight, but SDY is there for the answer. Sensei, it did blow over a shot from market just a little bit earlier, and there you go. The element of surprise is perfect for him in terms of positioning. Now it's a 1v1 against Chopper. 33 HP left, and Sensei is readjusting, repositioning himself once again. Chopper, only 33 HP, but a whole lot of time.
Oh, he might try and take this over towards A, in which case he'll find Sensei, and he'll have the backstab. This one should be free unless Sensei is just in time through the wall. Sensei somehow wins it out with the 1 versus 2. What a clutch to put Akuma on the map.
What can I even say? He had the angle and everything. Sensei just looks back at door because of course he's walking into it, but my god. Psycho, making it possible for his team in the middle of sight. Huge distraction. But again, you gotta give it up to Chopper. A great attempt in an even better position. Sensei take a bow.
But look at the money. So many players were taken down in the round that the reinvestment, it's bleak. They lose out on this round. Their loss bonus will have been squandered, and, well, their money will be back on the rocks. Still, Team Spirit, their buy's not great either. Act 10. Tech 9, it's not exactly what you want to see in this situation. Still, I'll work on the mid control this time. A smoke is positioned out towards the window. That'll deny any kind of tomfoolery, any aggressive peek, but that's not where the op is trained. Instead, he's ticket box, so the rotation will be late from the big green, but DMQ, he'll anchor things down, find a second, the bomb, I think it just dropped out of the window, so it's going to be so difficult for them to recover. They have to fully commit on into this site, and Dexter, he'll do just that, finds the frag onto Sergis.
Yeah, good stuff from Dexter. At least in terms of positioning. They need Chopper, at least for a bit of support. Again, that bomb is all the way out in the open. Nobody can wide swing and get it, except for potentially someone like Chopper. Chopper throws in a molly, but it's off. Honestly, just the off angle. Because realistically, they could just continue watching this cross back over towards the bomb. That's in theory. Dexter finally watching it, spraying it through. Magix goes in for the peek too, and the bomb has been collected, and the bomb will be planted. 20 seconds left in the round. Psycho inching his way out once again. Sensei still back over towards Market, but look at the gap from Van all the way over towards Short. That's Sensei finally getting the kill onto Dexter, though. Chopper, a wild little angle, but more importantly, Magix on top of Van. Sensei does hear at least one over towards Cat, but I think that is it for all of the danger. He cannot, in a trusted fashion, be able to find these last two players. The save will happen. So Team Spirit, they're able to breathe just a little bit more.
And look at this push. There's already Chopper trying to backstab. He might not even be able to keep the op. Oh no, not after time, not after the bomb goes off. This op needs to be saved. Sensei, he's got the angle. Surely he wins this fight. That he does. Easy pickings. Well read by him to keep the op alive. That was the crucial part of that round. But let's talk about how Team Spirit won that, because it was early frags picked up by Akuma, by Akuma, but then the bomb, despite being in a good position, it almost forced Akuma to take more aggressive angles than they would have liked to. And Team Spirit do a great job of just contacting up. You have the op trained on the line, and then you have your two riflers pushing forward, one with the lurk from Catwalk, that was Chopper, to get it all done and win out the round. Akuma, now they're going to be stuck just onto the pistols. The saved op, that's the only extra trimming on top.
Really is. They depend on this Deagle for the initial peek. Nice stuff. That's the pinnacle of a contact peek. You throw out a pixel. He ends up finding SDY. Not a single bullet shot from either player. They just kind of respectfully lock eyes. Back on out. So now it's Akuma with full control back over towards ramp. But Team Spirit, I mean, this is the most disciplined setup that we've seen thus far throughout this map, but I would like to say for very good reason. Look at the amount of control Akuma actually has throughout this map.
Oh, there it is. SDY goes for a re-peek. He wasn't aware that Jakey wasn't the only one. He thought it was likely just the Deeg, and you're right. They have to push here. They have to go up top, but Mir, great shot from him. He'll take care of the Deeg. Still, Magix goes down, so there's a risk to this round, but now it's been leveled off a little bit. Is that gun recoverable? Yes, now it's in the hands of Psycho, but the second he grabs it, it's ripped away again. Now it's just Surges, the 1 versus 3. The wrap from Palace, will it be looked for? So bomb goes down. Someone should be trained on this position.
Should be. We'll see if they do actually opt to watch Palace, though.
Should.
It's not exactly a priority. I think Sergius knows this. Still making his way up. We're looking at Chopper here over towards Market. He didn't spot a single player there, and I think Chopper peeked mid. At this point, Dexter, with his angle over towards ramp, they're just assuming now that he's over towards Palace, and indeed they're going to be able to find him. And actually with a kill, I was going to say, Sergius could potentially get a cheeky one onto Mir, but it's a 6th round. Back for Team Spirit. Akuma can get their buy back. Do they go for anything spicy like they did last round in ramp?
Well, I guess you could call the double up play a little bit spicy. It's pretty standard here on Mirage, but it's a good one. I think that what they've been struggling with is finding these opening duels. The rounds that they were able to win out, or at least get closer to, is when we saw that op go out towards mid. Take an early fight and then say, I'll try and do it again. This time there's a smoke to deny his vision. He'll show that there's an op and he'll find nothing in exchange as Psycho. He's at a bit of a risk here, but the smoke blooms in time, so he'll stay nice and cozy, tucked up. The connector is Sergius. Just gonna push his way forward for a moment to Psycho and Demq. They're the ones to open it up.
Still going to be able to find it to Mir. That's so unfortunate for Akuma. That's absolutely everything. You isolated a couple of interactions, and finally, they have an opening. But SDY and Chopper still alive. Unlike SDY, actually. Chopper, the only person alive now in a 1v4. He was already on his way over, though. He was already making this redirect. Oh, baby. Chopper 1v4. Just about 50 seconds left. The entirety of the A site is currently empty, but is Chopper even going to go to A? He's thinking about B now, and I would like to assume that because Psycho is clearing out apps, they're just like, yep, it's not B anymore.
Is he even going to go for this, is my question. I mean, damage
Right.
is good here, because look at the money for Akuma. Even if they win this round, Lost Witness isn't going to be there, but I think that just saving the op is likely more important to him. Look at the money in the back pocket for Team Spirit. They're not going to be working with a good Lost Witness whatsoever, so keeping a hero op, pop that on over to Dagster, maybe there's a chance to win this next round, and that will be the final choice.
Yeah, so the save it is then. So, yeah, all right. So Akuma, we can finally enjoy a round of theirs. We can finally talk about what is their holdover towards B, because honestly, their approach there has been good almost this entire time. It really just came down to a bit more of aggression over towards Cat and a bit more over towards apartments. Because that's the thing, right? Team Spirit, it almost seems like they've been taking mid for free almost every single one of
Yeah.
these rounds. Just not a lot of contention whatsoever. Nobody in Cat, primarily. But we finally get one, and it's that one round where we end up getting a whole bunch of frags back. For Team Spirit, however, they do have just about the right amount of cash for the op and the AK, but that's the only thing they can realistically get. Where's the AK?
There it is. Miro pick it on up.
There it is. There it is.
As here we go. Look at this. You said the aggression might be the solution, and they're going for it again. Bit of a push out towards mid, trying to contest and vie for this space as Molly be extinguished as the smoke goes deep for Surgus. He'll follow that up with an HE as well, trying to put a lot of pressure over towards the B apartments. This is really locking out Team Spirit, and you see with that mid control as well, the information abound. They're aware that it either has to be a tuck towards A or something on the B side of the map, and they seem to have the read. And it could be this B finish, but Mir will refresh that smoke out towards mid.
On point. At least with utility, because that's the only thing Team Spirit can really do. Their current expenditure of utility, dip it all into one take. They clear out the mid side, and out goes a B take. Out goes the lineup. Stem not going to be able to hit that first one. Neither the second. Circus is still watching over towards Cat, and finally is the kill back for Dem. But Dem now in a 1v3 essentially here on site. Excuse me. Now he has 3 players here. He has the artillery, but the kills are happening for Team Spirit. Chopper ends up getting 2. Now it's a 2-on-2. SDY struggling to make his way back. SDY looking like a deer in headlights, could not escape that front line for a quick second. It's that lapse in time that ends up leaving him dead. Chopper now in a 1v2. He loses contact of Cat for a quick second. And just like that, it's that Cat angle that ends up getting taken up. Sensei is now sitting there with the AWP. 10 seconds left. Chopper needs to go for it. There's still a person over in window. He's finally going for the plant. Out goes the wide swing, but it's no time. Jackie ends up getting the kill, and Akuma are back in this game.
Yeah, they're fighting back in, but still, for the buy that was mustered by Team Spirit, that was a little bit too close. Still, it was DemQ on the site to be able to anchor down the big way. He found a nose scope onto the op wielding Dagster, and it was just a matter of timing. Dagster was holding that angle, then he cycles off it, and off the noise of that scope, the swing comes through, and the round in a big way was saved, because then you can just play that 2 versus 1, have a strong crossfire established, and the result, well, it's PT50s, it's Glocks, it's a Deeg. That's all there is to work with for Team Spirit. Looking like Akuma starting to rally that momentum, get the snowball rolling on down the hill.
Could get very tricky. But I think they have the right manpower over here on site. Psycho just needs to watch this over with an iron fist. That nade could have done so much damage, but look at the angle from Mir instead. Psycho looking to line up a headshot. The person in Palace hasn't actually peeked out either. Chopper is just staying very, very, very quiet. But alongside the bomb over and ramp, it does look like, of course, the plan is an A finish. It wouldn't hurt though with a fake over on B if SDY ends up getting a peek.
Oh, Psycho. Is he gonna watch at the right moment? Oh,
Ooh,
Murr
did he see that?
tucked in on the corner. I don't think he spotted it. Psycho doesn't know.
He's still quite cautious of that corner. I would just stay cautious too. That's all you can really ask for. Chopper making his noise. Finally, Dexter going down, and finally just a contact period. Another person up and ramp. That is SDY with a bomb, but that is the bomb going down too. Mir coming out of jungle, and there's nothing for him either. And Psycho still with another kill onto Magix. Magic's looking to barrel stuff out his opponent. Literally Goomba stop on him, but nothing. 6-4. That's what we expected in the first place, anyways. Just off of that eco, we can
Yeah,
start
really
to
feeling
talk
those.
about.
It's just gonna say
Oh,
they're really feeling the Deagle body shot nerfs. I think old Deagle would have found that frag onto the
I
offensive
think
side of
so.
CS.
I think so. I think so. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks
Yeah.
because the Deagle already doesn't work all that much. It's like a spraying pistol. I know there's really no use to it, isn't it?
Headshots, of course, still
Oh, yeah.
just as valuable, but I mean, it just takes a little
No
bit
point for
more
aiming for
skill.
body shots anymore, I think.
Yeah, unless it's one of those tight situations. It's
Yeah.
normally not what you're going to want to be going for. Is buy will come in here for Team Spirit. The utility around it isn't stellar. This is a bit of a scrappier buy still. They've managed helmets, AKs on everyone, and we know how strong these rifles can be. But Jackie, just as good. He's swinging in and out of cover, but it's one swing too many. He'll overpeak it. He'll fall to Dexter. Now Psycho in the backlines. He'll that molly up flash as well to try and allow a peek for Demq, but Demq, he's mollied off. Has to smoke to stay safe, but this might not even be a commitment. Team Spirit falling back, a lot of it has to be Mirrors. He's working a bit of control towards mid from the underpass.
Psycho's just going to have to keep a good eye on it. The rest of Akuma, they already quite assume that it's going to be anyways. What's the commitment? Mir going up over towards mid. Psycho had the first contact. Wasn't able to get more than a body shot. Out goes Magix. Magix trying to fight on that retake of site from Akuma, but again, it's a retake of a site that Team Spirit doesn't even have control of. Sergey's still going to be able to go, potentially for a second kill, and indeed he's going to be able to find it. He's still hiding in the smoke. What a shot from Sensei, because Magix just walks right into it. Dexter now in a 1v2, ends up getting one for the elevated area. 25 HP left. Or excuse me, 25 seconds left. 10 HP left on Dexter. Dexter finds it! Sergey's barely with a dissipating smoke, shows a pixel. And Team Spirit, they can dodge the David Goliath comparisons now. Akuma, not able to capitalize.
What a spray through the box there right at the end to win things out for Team Spirit. I mean, the clutch factor is so big. And I mean, for Akuma, it looked like they had a good register on that round. Even someone just running across towards CT spawn, a free frag picked up. But Team Spirit, they'll keep on trucking still. The loss bonus has been reset, and the win bonus wasn't enough to find them a good buy into this round, but they still find that trade. Now an M4 will be recovered. It's the AK of his dead teammate instead. Picked up for Magix as Dexter, oh, no, someone crossed, but he's able to find the shot as the A site is secured. It's another retake, but Demq for towards Khan.
Ooh. That's over in Khan. Really, Demq is just taking on a lot of pressure. Just trying to see if he can get any sort of contact. That's a little deep nade, but Dexter I don't think really cares about it again. Still with that big green, it's still that one shot. Counter molly after the counter util, and again, Akuma, they barely have anything to work with. They only have 2 more smokes remaining, and that molly, so good. Knocking out Jackie. Out goes SDY with a kill. Sergey's still going to be able to get one back onto SDY. Only one person away from sight, and it is Magix alongside, if I'm not mistaken, Chopper. Chopper's actually over towards mid, but Akuma, they've lost out on too much time. They're over towards the CT side, and now they can realistically only aim for saving, if they can save. There goes that peek from Chopper, but nothing else is going to come out of it. 8-4, and Akuma, they're just lost at this point. I don't really think, excuse me, not in terms of the actual game, economically wise, they're lost. What do they even do at this point? Double rifle. Even if they want to rebuy up with their pistols, it still would be economically unbeneficial, I would think. This is just tough.
I have a good loss bonus rolling though, so if they don't put too much into this round, they'll be working with a full buy in the next one, especially if they can hold on to the op in the next, would be looking good, but instead, looks like they're going for it. One rifle dropped across
Interesting.
and M4 picked up. They're fully committing into this force, and well, I think strategically, the better call, the more percentage-wise calls, the safer call would have been to just hold off and buy into this next round, but I don't hate the force. Try and garner that confidence. Try and build back in because Team Spirit, they're still at a point where they could be tipped on over if they lose out on this round. And they'd likely be reset off of that or just be forced into a situation where they have to force a buy. But we'll have to see how this one pans out as it's only one player out towards a heavy stack towards the B site, but that might just be the wrong call because the bomb, yet again, time after time, it's been this A site, and again, it's the destination, Magisk coming straight on through. It's up to Psycho in the sandwich to solo anchor the A site.
Not exactly Magic's boy, but Magic's a man himself making his way through over towards ramp with the rest of Team Spirit. Psycho. Oh, actually going for that wide swing off of Sandwich. Not exactly the most stellar of options, but he was pretty much forced to do so. Jackie now. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was a no-scope? That was a no-scope?
Okay, Dexter.
Where was that hit from, Dexter?
I don't know how he pulled it off, but he did it somehow, and well, that'll confirm the round. It's all props.
Yeah, the round's over. The round's over, right? I just want to know how he actually got that shot. He was far away. He was near Sandwich, I think.
I don't know if he just like kind of randomly shot and
just
found
did
it. Just did it to him.
Just did it to him. Oh,
Yeah.
we're still looking at potentially a save. Sensei, oh no. Oh no. This is a desperate op that they need. Sergey's is actually going to be able to stop it. This is an even 2v2.
Are they going to go for this now? They might actually give this one the old college try. I thought the round was over, but that frag opens things back on up. This is a huge risk to commit on into this. And well, now it should again fall to the save. They let Sergez off the leash, tried to have him go for that one, but Sensei, his decision is made for him. Just going to be the save into the next round as Team Spirit. These A executes have been looking so good for them.
Yeah, it's been pretty much flawless for them too. I think just the initial positionings from Akuma on this side have just been lackluster. We've just haven't seen them been able to get any sort of mileage off of the cheekier off angles that they've been willing to try. That's this thing. I just think Team Spirit leaving almost no options in the middle of sight. We're seeing a couple more unorthodox smokes in terms of actual positioning. Almost targeted at times, it seems. But in we go. Team Spirit, they're actually not going to try over that A site once again. It's going to be B, potentially their actual target, Akuma. They down mostly to players with pistols. Psycho, he does have that op, and he's looking to help out back over towards snipers because Mir just ran through like an absolute madman, as he usually does on this map. But Team Spirit actually holding W over towards B. You have to watch out for Sergey. He's still over in Van. But he finally goes down in the middle of the wall, or excuse me, in the middle of the smoke. Mir, on the way back, only going to be able to get one, but Psycho still. Only one kill back with a Deeg. Team Spirit, double digits, last round of the half. See, nothing all too entertaining. Team Spirit, all of these rounds going through, barely any dramatics. But Akuma could actually make things a bit spicier here in their last round.
Let's see if they can make that one happen. They've let go of the double off play. Demq returning onto the rifle as Sensei. I mean, if one man has been the standout out of a rough game, it's definitely been Sensei. He's found a lot of these strong opening frags with the big green, but this time Psycho, I mean, he's living up to the name, an absolutely psychopathic peek out towards mid, but it really gains him nothing. Little bit of chip damage, nothing more. It was a call for a mid-fight, and it's all gone horribly wrong. Dagster finds Demq, and there's still yet to be a single trade out of the CTs.
Oof. The CTs do get one back, finally. The form of Sergey's with a pick over towards mid onto Dexter. Oh, Magic's, he's getting pressured out too. His contact actually does leave a kill back for Sergey's, which is a bit of a surprise. Again, that Molly did drive him away. We could be seeing a 3v3 right now, but instead that kill happens, but the 2v2 happens, making a 2v1. Oh my god, what a peek from Sensei! And an even better flick, Chopper. No chance on his way in. And it's Chopper and his dead body where the bomb lays. Mir now in a 1v2. It's a common spot for him. He's been in a couple clutches already, and he starts it off right. Sensei looking the complete opposite way in the middle of stairs. Jackie might die to the molly! Jackie dies to the molly! No way! He decides to go too deep into Van. He fights Mir a bit more, but Mir is given that 2v1 at a silver platter. And folks, we're going to have to continue talking about this game after the break. 11-4 for Team Spirit. Welcome on back, Team Spirit in their rightful place. 11-4 on top of Akuma going into the second half. But Akuma, the team coming into this one as the underdog, they've shown a little bit of flair, and it's a must-win game for them in terms of R or more points. They're desperate to try to get out of this group and defeat one of the best players, one of the best teams, in this group. Let's see what happens here in the second half. Akuma going for a default early.
Let's see what they work with this one. You see player far back, that's Psycho. He has the smoke grenade, he has the flash to set things up. This late round A play is Sensei. Just kind of poking out towards mid. He'll eat some damage, but inflict a fair bit onto Dexter as well. Now Jackie coming in for the pitch, so Chopper in some deep waters, and that he is. Jackie to find the frag, but out comes the hit. SDY opens it up onto Sergiz. Now Demq stuck out towards the corner. Mir wants to close him out as fast as possible. Now he'll swap on over to the Glock as the bodies continue to fall. It's Mir to do the job. Magic's chiming in, and the only reply has been from Psycho, and that's the only reply that there'll ever be. 12 rounds now. This team spirit went out on the pistol.
Yeah, Akuma. Like, what else can you really say? It was almost just a good opportunity for them towards that A site, but it's team spirit back on their BS once again, and it's almost quite funny that we end up seeing this team specifically, or at least the core of it. I just remember days of Vegas Squadron, the upsets that this team pulled off on Mirage, which is why I just had flashbacks to Mir literally rushing in snipers, because that's what he did so much. It was almost just his job to be the sniper's lurk, the sniper's flank. And on Team Spirit, it seems to be the same. At least going forward, though, Team Akuma, at least just off of the upgraded pistols. More surprisingly, of course, them actually buying the upgraded pistols. They're actually trying a bit more of a fake, actually, over towards the A side. But do they get any information here on B? Doesn't seem like they're budging.
Let's see it. Magic's hits a nice little dink there from the lesser arms. But look at SDY. He has walked up so deep. T-spawn already, but he might have the wrong flank, because this is just a fake towards the A site. The bomb is destined for B, and rotates might already be underway. Chopper has fallen off of his line. This one could get funky.
Yeah, they're not leaving because of this. SDY is only going to be able to find one. Where's the call out? Demq still alive. And again, no info on A. Finally, Dexter with a peek, but finally out goes B. Jackie with good timing on Mir, but Chopper, again, still sticking around, gonna be able to get one, make it a second. No! The Tech 9 barrel stuffing Chopper. Now it's a 2-on-2. The rifle's jumping through the window. Dexter going big on the first kill, and it's the first kill that opens it all up. Sergey's now in a 1v2. Has more than the combined HP, throws out a really good flash, but the Tech 9 not able to hit anything. Still down to 81 HP, looking for a headshot, but the headshot finds him. Magic's with that final kill, and well, the beads of sweat from Team Spirit's foreheads are able to get wiped off.
Yeah, you feel good because you got the bomb down there, and you killed 3 players. I mean, the fake almost worked out, but the fake almost worked out, but the flank in towards the back lines of A was what kind of saved the round, because while there was misinformation, Team Akuma, they hit almost a little bit too early. That flank ensured that they knew B was still an option, so no one was rotating. No one was leaving. The hold was good. And Akuma, off the bomb plant, they'll reinvest. They'll try and force this one again. They really want to get these rounds early on, but you lose this force buy, you're looking at 14 rounds. Things start to feel impossible. This round is almost a necessity.
Oh, hello. This is a bit of a cheeky one. Over towards Palace, there's a double push, but that's really just a little bit of information early on. We could definitely see that same flank from earlier, but again, they expected with SDY. Akuma still has full control over towards mid, but that's not if Chopper can say something about it. There he is. Going out to Cat, right as Sergi's decides to pop out at the same time. And now we're seeing Team Spirit. 3 players, more or less centralized on just trying to pay attention over towards the mid area. Dexter is actually backed out, back over towards B once again. But more importantly, again, Bomb still all the way in the back of top mid. Akuma is just depending super hard on getting 1 or 2 picks out of this and potentially just reaggressing. But we see the flank. Oh my god. Oh my god. Does Magic's actually go back? He does actually go back to find Demq. We could have found a couple of kills over towards mid, but this is all the information that this team needs. And also some cash. The backstab from Magic's happens. The rest of Akuma still back over towards mid.
What a just insult to injury in the round. It's probably lost as well. It's left to 2 players. They have to try and amble over to the B site, but the guns aren't up. Now they are. Jackie finds his, but the bomb is stuck away from him across an ocean that he can't ford. And Akuma, the force buy that they needed, is lost. And I mean, it's just insult to injury from Magic's.
Oof. Yeah, of course, we get that knife back, right? Team Spirit looking good, feeling good. Only just 2 rounds away from confirming out yet another BO1 here, already halfway through their run here in IEM Fall. And Akuma, one step on their way out potentially. They desperately need this one to even have a chance of making the major. Team Spirit, they do have a couple of players to try to stop that mentality over towards the B site. Akuma looking for a fast one off of the pistols. Again, it is that force with a couple of Tech 9s. They're going for it all, and Dexter doesn't care. Trying to send them back home. That's 2 freebies for him. Make it a third. Chopper with another big kill. And the pistols, they can't do anything. Trying to land into the middle of B. And it all falls apart. Sensei now the last turn remaining in a 1v4. He has quite a bit of time. If he can isolate a kill here and try to pick up a rifle, that could be cool. But otherwise, it is going to be the finish of the round. Akuma down 15-4. They would need 11 rounds to try to push this to overtime.
And what's the money going to be looking like into this one? They'll muster rifles, but that's basically it. I doubt the utility will be looking too good in this round. Tough decisions to be made here. And, I mean, talk of people going big. It was Dexter. The op in his hand has looked so good. Akuma, they made attempts at the double-off setup in their first half, but they never found as much success as this man has in just the last 2 rounds. One final opportunity for Akuma to try and hold on to this game, to try and deny that 0-2 start to their group. But Team Spirit, they're on a roll. This one not looking good whatsoever for the underdogs.
Let's see what they can attempt. Get a couple of clips in before inevitably going back. Again, this isn't the end of their runs either. It is actually 5 games throughout the group stage, so don't think just with these 2 losses that would be it. But again, we are looking for solidification. We are looking for enough points to go over teams like Team Spirit and Na'Vi in that same group. In we go. Look over towards ramp. MQ. He throws out his own smoke. He walks in, and Magix is up from behind. Do we get 2 rounds? 2 knives? No, Magix. He just goes for the kill. And just like that, over towards mid. Chopper does the same. SDY finishes it off. Checky, he would be the cherry on top. Last one remaining now in a 1v5. He's all the way over towards B. He would just have to take this one by one. He does have the right angle to try to get that bomb back, but I would like to assume that Chopper is still looking out for it. And not only that, but SDY also has full control top mid. This is just a weird little crossfire. This is a 3-man crossfire. Look at that one sap from Jackie, actually. Gonna be able to get 2 out of that. He's down to 53 HP, mirror and snipers, and that's gonna finish the game. Team